How many days per week should you lift? How many days per week should you stretch? How many days should you do your martial arts? How do you fit them all together? In this video, I'm gonna go over the different strategies out of combining martial arts or movement, strength training, and flexibility. If you're brand new, welcome to Black Belt Mindset. My name is Jason Reed, 7th degree black belt. I've been teaching martial arts, strength training, and flexibility for over 20 years. And on this channel, we help you with mindset training, which is what we're gonna do in this video, and also help you with nutrition as well too and fat loss. And if you're brand new, also, if you haven't checked out our challenges, check down in the link below. There's a couple of links to our free challenges we have going on every single month. So check those out. So again, how do I answer the question? How many days per week should I train in each one? Well, first you have to decide what is your most important goal at the time. Are you getting ready in martial arts, for example, for a testing or tournament or some type of evaluation? If you're getting ready, maybe to try and get in shape for a vacation, for a trip, you want to look better, that type of thing. Or you're strength training for a competition or a sporting event. So, what is the thing you're training for in which season? For example, if you're football, you have the fall season, you're playing football. You have spring football, but you have training sessions, conditioning sessions. So, really, where are you at in your yearly cycle, so to speak? If you're in a martial arts, which we're going to go over right now, is you're training for a testing and tournament. We have our big July event coming up here. So if you haven't checked that out, it'll be in Huntsville, Alabama. But what are some ways if you're getting ready for that testing or tournament? How do I combine all three? Well, depending on how far you are away, you have to decide what level you're putting into this. So obviously, if it's 2 weeks out, you're going to put your martial arts training significantly higher. In fact, you should be doing it daily, 5, 6 days a week, maybe with 1 day rest. But those 5 or 6 days does not mean kill it the hardest way you can. So, but you need reps on everything you're doing for your testing competitions. Your mind, body, and your different emotions need to connect to whatever you're doing. So just running through your forms in class was great and you'll get a lot of value out of this. But if you don't take time to do this on your own, when nobody's there, with music, without music, in a different light, mooding, different times of the day, then your body has more neuro associations connected with whatever you're doing. So, number one, get in reps on that. Number 2 and 3, let's go through strength training and flexibility training. Don't believe in our flexibility training. There's any reason why you can't stretch before and after every single time you do this. I also add in, for me, again, this is where you need to decide. By do it first thing in the morning to get my body, mind ready to go, about 10 minutes or so, and then about 10 to 15 minutes at night before I go to bed. I find doing it those times, it gets my day started better. Then at night before I go to bed, I feel like I get a better night's sleep. I don't know if it really does happen, but I slow my breathing down. I feel like my stress goes down. I visualize having the best day ever. So anyway, those are a couple easy ways to add flexibility training into this. Strength training, that's a total different thing altogether. If you have not done strength training and it's 2 weeks before a competition or event in your movement thing like martial arts, you should not add much in. Do what you're doing, get ready to go. If you're training for a year from now, then you should have already done some strength training in the middle of this. Regardless, don't feel bad if you have or have not done it. Just make a decision on where you at in your cycle for whatever it is you're trying to do. For the general person getting started, this is what the video is for. How do I do all three? Number one, plan the most important. So let's say it's strength training, for an example, or your conditioning training, you're riding bike, exercise, lifting weights, whatever. I just got done lifting weights. If you can't tell, this is my first love and passion. I love my martial arts training. I do both of these a lot. And I can't do without either of them. I'm addicted. Sorry. So every morning I do martial arts and legs, abs, some type of conditioning. And generally after afternoon, I do a push, pull, something upper body, whether it's light, heavy, and I kind of separate them that way. I take off time when I need them. So for me, I've been lifting for 30 plus years, martial arts for 20 plus years. My body's used to it. It's what I normally used to doing. I don't think anybody should start doing that. If you're starting off brand new, pick out 3 days and do them those 3 days. Even better, do it 4. Even better, 5, 6, leave 1 day after 7. So as you can see, doing something better than doing a lot of nothing. So pick out 3 days, commit to that. To me, that's, if you don't do that, it's gonna be hard to get to where you're going. That's minimum. If you had 4, 5, and 6, then you don't have to take the intensity as high. You could take that down a little less. If you do it once, twice a week, you should probably push on those sessions. 3 times, you can kind of decide. Once you go to 4, 5, and 6, you don't have to go as hard. You can have 1 or 2 days where you go to a very high level, but doing it each and every day, your mind, your neurological stress level will make it easier too. So Anyway, that's how I would add those in for your strength training with the rest of your life. Now, how do you do the strength training? That's a whole nother subject. You have full body, you have pushing movements, pulling movements, legs movements, hip movements. So in another video, we can talk about that later on, which we'll probably do. But for now, just getting started or figure out where are you at. That's anything we do in our mindset training is figuring out where you're at now. Where do you want to go? That's step number 2. Why do you want it? That's step number 3. So where you're at now, where you're going. The other question is, how long do you need, is it going to be till you get to this spot? If it's a competition, 1 or 2 weeks, then you need to sharpen your technique up, have your conditioning, timing your rest and recovery. If you're brand new, starting the training and just taking baby steps getting started. Can really, the consistency is the boring answer nobody wants to hear, but just doing it every single day. It's going to make it easier. It's going to make your life better. I can't imagine a day without training in my life. It's my love time that I get to actually have to makes me feel better throughout the day. And I think once you start doing this, you're going to be the same way too. So anyway, hope that gets you started. How do I do this? It all depends upon you and what you're doing. As you do this longer, I'm going to talk about in later series on our master levels. Then you learn to listen to your body, find out when to peak for which thing, and then find out how does it fit into my regular life. We shouldn't live our life around conditioning, martial arts, any of that. You have life. You have a family. You have other things that are going on. Can it be a part of it? It should be part of it. Absolutely. Do you need to spend all day doing it? No, not unless you're crazy like me a little bit. But at least 30 to 60 minutes every single day, commit to doing something to one of those things. You go over this the entire week, you check how many times you do this, you're going to feel even better. That's why these challenges, that you can click on down below here, we help you hold accountable. So we have kids challenges, like for example, we have our best summer ever challenge. We have a 4-week transformation challenge that's going on right now. We have other challenges constantly going on. So if you're curious about that, click on those. They're absolutely free. If you want to find out more, please check it out. If you haven't done so and you like this video, please subscribe, like, and share this with somebody you know and care about too. So thank you guys. We'll see you next time.